Welcome to From Creeping to Preaching. I'm your host, Renee R. White, a proud native Washingtonian, born, raised, and still live here in the heart of D.C. I spent many years of my life in this incredible city, and it's not just my home, it's where my story began, and where my passion for uplifting my community, especially the youth. This podcast is a space where we can have real, raw conversations about life, faith, and purpose, all rooted in the experience of someone who has walked these very streets and understands the struggles and the beauty of life in D.C. Hello, listeners. We're Season 3, Episode 14. At Season 3, Episode 14, I like to call this alignment. Alignment. Family, today I want to talk about a season in my life when things started to slow down, but my spirit sped up. There came a point when I realized I didn't just want to attend church anymore. I wanted to study the Word. I wanted to serve. I wanted to understand what God was really asking of me. Not just on Sundays, not just when life felt good, but in quiet, everyday decisions. And that's where this journey truly began. When I began studying the Word more intentionally, something shifted. Scripture wasn't just something I heard. It became something I lived with. That's when I felt the pull toward the altar. I became a certified altar counselor. It wasn't about the title. It was about the responsibility. It was my compassion. It was about being trusted to stand with people in their most vulnerable moments. Week after week, I showed up, I listened, I prayed, I learned that ministry isn't loud, it's present. And what surprised me most, it didn't feel heavy. It felt right. As I grew, we grew. Serving didn't pull us apart, it pulled us together and much closer. I started attending, we both started attending couples classes and events at the church. At first, it was just something to try, but soon it became something we looked forward to. We laughed, we talked, we learned how other couples were navigating real life, real stress, real wounds, real hope. We realized we weren't alone. The classes weren't just about marriage. They were about understanding how we communicate, understanding how we process pain differently, understanding how our past shape our reactions, understanding how unmet needs don't disappear, they show up sideways. We learn how to ask better questions instead of making assumptions, how to pause instead of reacting, how to say, I don't understand why you said that, but I want to. And that changed everything. Here's the truth. We had to face. We couldn't carry each other alone. Yes, we leaned on each other. Yes, we supported each other. But we also learned something critical. One person is the head, and that is Jesus Christ. Not me, not him, not my ego, not my control. When we learned and when we leaned on our own understanding, we struggled. When we leaned on Christ, things aligned. Participating in events with other couples opened our eyes. Some couples were ahead of us. Some were just starting. Some were barely holding on. But everyone was learning. We learned that vulnerability builds bonds. Honesty creates safety. Shared struggles reduce shame. There's power in saying, we're still learning. This journey didn't make us perfect. We still have challenges. We still had misunderstandings. We still had moments when we started to retreat. But now we have tools. We have language. We have faith in motion. Not just faith in theory. And most importantly, we had alignment. Now let me ask you, have you ever found yourself in a season where growth required slowing down. Have you ever had to learn how to lean on someone without losing yourself? Have you ever realized you were leaning too much on your own understanding and not enough on God? If so, how did you handle it? What helped you grow? What are you still learning? I want to hear from you. Family growth doesn't always come from big moments. Sometimes it comes from classes you almost skipped, events you almost didn't attend, and conversations that you was nervous about having. And sometimes it comes from learning that Christ is the head. Everything else finds its place. So tune in at 9 a.m. to iHeart, Spotify, Apple, or YouTube to catch a new episode. And subscribe if you like. Or grab your copy of my book on Amazon or Barnes & Noble as you read along. You'll see the twisted turns and the triumphs unfolding, gaining a deeper understanding of my testimony and life-changing lessons behind every story. Let's walk this path together. Your journey of healing and hope is just one page away. Let's keep this conversation going. I'm excited to hear how you're peeling back your layers and embracing your moment of alignment. Also, make sure you visit our website at creepingandpreaching.com for more updates, fresh merch, resources, and information about upcoming episodes. I'd like to thank my producer, McKinley, with Moving Emotion by Mac. See you next week. Happy Valentine's.